20 years ago, you were warning people that the influx of Islamic immigration was a huge problem in this country. Nobody believed you. The very
James
fact,
O'Brien hammered me, and I rang up his radio show 20 years ago and said, they're taking over the prisons. I'd just come out of jail in 2010. And I rang him up and said, you do not understand, they're ISIS training camps. These prisons are jihadist training camps. Everyone's converting. Nothing's being done. He just shouted me down. Yeah, he shouted me down. I don't think anyone understands the scale. You know, like if you see in America when they see the military, they clap them and applaud them. If you see a prison officer, trust me, you should be clapping and applauding them. Yeah, and what the prison officers explained to me is they control the wing. So if we mess with the Muslim brothers as staff, if we put anything, they just put a hit on us. We're getting stabbed. Yeah. So then the prison staff, and I don't blame them for it. They're just normal bods. Yeah. It's like someone's mum. Some of them, they're just ordinary mums and dads, and they're going to work. And they're dealing with the toughest, most hardened jihadist men and mindset who will happily stab them and happily stick acid in their face, happily burn them. But so they're in this weak position where their hands are tied behind their back by the prison system due to allegations of racism, allegations of Islamophobia, and they can't do their job. But I sat and watched all of this and just thought, what the fuck? We're fucked. The prison system's being used. Every institution in our country's being used against our country.
So are we heading for civil war?
We're 800 prisoners come out every year. This is MI5 figures, not mine. 800 come out radicalised every year. They're building an army. They're building an army. They're taking, do you know when you go in jail, I think people don't understand the concept of prisoners either. Woodhill's a different story because many of them are serious offenders. I went on when I was in Winchester prison, I'd done a family course. Because to do the family course, you then get a family visit with your children. And it was the most heartbreaking experience I've ever had. I was sat with 10 lads and hearing their stories. Like, I had a good upbringing. I had a loving mum and dad. I sat listening to their stories thinking, no wonder they're sat here, man. These men have had nothing. They've been wronged. They've been abused. There's a reason why most people are sat in prisons. There's a reason. And you take that person who's been wronged their whole life and you get an ideology that gives them a brotherhood, an identity, a strong sense of belief, a strong sense of, which is Islam, yeah? And you weaponize it and you galvanize the hate and the wrongdoing and you aim it at Britain, which is currently what they're doing. Do you know it's not all Muslims, it's not all Pakistanis, it's mostly whites and blacks now with big beards.
There's that ginger Muslim phenomenon as well.
Yeah, because they've always felt isolated themselves.
Yeah, it's a genuine thing, isn't it?
No, it's totally, yeah.
I've seen stats.
Yeah. Do you know what else is mad? Do you remember Abu Halima?
No.
Abu Halima was the jihadist next door. Should I talk?
Oh, yeah.
The documentary.
Yeah.
He contacted me before I went to jail. I've been in contact with him constantly since I've been out. He was, I went to his house after the Salman Abedi attack in Manchester to point out that this is one of the country's most feared jihadists, and here he is 4 doors up from a junior school. He's not at the junior school of Amber, I think it was it Amber Rudd, our Home Secretary? He's not near her kids. Yeah, their kids are all right. Yeah. This man wants to take a knife and go kill those kids. It's our kids that are dying here. But he was in contact with me about the terrorism legislation and how they've managed to stop all the Islamic gangs because they're all under these terrorism orders. They can't speak, they can't go on the internet, they can't be together. Interesting. I wanted to get him on for a podcast.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but the police won't let him.
You mentioned James O'Brien before, and James O'Brien's in a bit of hot water at the moment. I don't know if you saw, he put out this thing on LBC from a listener saying that my wife went to a Jewish school and they were taught that every Jew's life is worth 1,000 Arab lives or something, and it's just utter bollocks.
Yeah, but he hates Jews.
Yeah, well, no Jew is. Again, I'll be careful of saying because that he hates Jews.
Okay, James O'Brien hates Jews.
I think
sue me, James.
That's Tommy's opinion, not mine. Oh, I actually think it's more complicated than that. I think that people like James see Jews as white people and they hate white people. I think that's what the issue is.
No, I think they just want the pat on the back and everyone to like them. And at the minute, if you want people to like you, hate the Jews.
Yeah.
Hate Israel. Do you know what? It winds me up because it's a very cowardly position to be in. Yeah. No one's going to come and kill you for hating Israel, hating the Jews. Speak out against them, nothing's going to happen. Talk about the real issues, James. Go on and look at the teachings of the Quran. Go on and look at what's happening. Go on and look at the Islamic immigration. Go on and be brave and speak about the 500 men in that hotel. Some of them, if you look at the hotel in Norwich, 2 of them are raped. Look at the hotel where the girl's getting sexually assaulted in school uniform. Another sexual attack yesterday. Speak about that.
But they are cowards. Yeah, they are cowards. He won't do it. I thought this about. I love Louis Theroux. I think he's great. He did this video about the ultra Zionists who are extreme, and I think they do a lot of things wrong. In these. But that I said, those are the most extreme people he can find in Israel. They weren't anything like even an average Muslim family around the Middle East. And Louis hasn't gone and done that. Would the BBC even allow him to?
No, and he'd be too scared to.
Yeah, that's the
Go
thing.
and confront the jihadists. I keep thinking this, when even with these ethno-nat groups keep piping up about me, I think, go do something. I mean, why don't you go do something? I'll tell you what, why don't you go down to East London, to the most extreme mosque, and start challenging them?
They just want to have a go at you.